I hope it has singing, dancing, and hugging.
Cool.
A promise made in the dark, lit by a single flame. A desperate prayer for guidance, for direction, for a sign. And in return, a vow to one day build a shrine in the name of all who are hopeless. This was the beginning, quiet and solemn. But soon, this sacred vow would become a mission. As the light from that single candle grew into a torch of promise, passed through time and generations to millions around the world. As that vision took form, it would be given a name and a purpose, and a statue would be raised as a proud symbol of that hope, one that would stand watch over desperate families, protecting and guiding them in their darkest hour. This is where the work would be done, forever changing the fates of children diagnosed with cancer and other life-threatening diseases. This is where brilliant minds would gather, perched at the leading edge of science, as they ventured into the darkness, seeking better ways to understand, treat, and defeat the diseases that took children's lives. Hundreds of supporters would grow into thousands, then millions, fueling the work required to raise survival rates and keep families whole. What was once a death sentence for children would ultimately become survivable, as word of this remarkable place spread around the globe. Momentum continued to build, and people from all walks of life would lend their support, united by the singular vision that no child should die in the dawn of life. This is St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Since 1962, when St. Jude first opened its doors, we have stayed true to the promise that no family would ever receive a bill from St. Jude, not for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because all a family should worry about is helping their child live. And St. Jude freely shares its groundbreaking discoveries, so that every child saved at St. Jude means that doctors and scientists can use that knowledge to save thousands more children around the world.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. If you think about that, I mean, go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%.
During the Subaru of New England Final Chance clearance, our retailers are making it easy for you to shop online from wherever.
Hello everyone and welcome back to MCOC Al Bundy Rules. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit subscribe, okay? What I have for you today is going to be easily one of the highest requested items that has been given to me. So I started doing videos a few months ago to include probably the number one question I get from individuals is how to get the Legend Badge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this video up by a few parts. First, I'm going to explain what and the basic rules for obtaining the Legend Badge. I am then going to give you 5 musts. I mean, mandatory. You will not get the Legend Badge without all 5 of these items. And then I'm going to give 4 good ideas, meaning the more of these good ideas, somewhat
Hello? Yeah, there we go. We're live. That we are. Welcome to Team Lobster versus Bitcoin versus or Lobster owns Bitcoin versus Team 911. Right now we're just setting up the lobby. We're gonna hop into Pro Draft pretty soon. I am of course joined by my favorite co-caster Dixon. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, that's me. I'm Dixon. I'm the former jungler for Team PP. For those of you who haven't heard, I announced my retirement, and I'm now becoming a streamer, as all washed up league players do.
His back has finally given out after carrying too hard.
Yes.
So, first impressions going into this game. Who do you think is going to win?
I actually don't have I don't know.
Yeah, both sides seem to have like really strong points and really weak points. It seems the mid laner and we're here in Pickman. Okay. Well, Lobster's Bitcoin up against Team 911. Obviously, I think the no-brainer ban is Trundle. That and the Yumi, of course.
I'm excited to see what Andrew's gonna play this game.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say Andrew. I meant Sinui Brush 7952.
Yeah.
He's one of the strong points. He's like the strongest point on Team Lobster on Bitcoin. Yeah.
He's definitely going to be the primary carry of this game, unless Dirty Kanto is able to step it up after.
What I want to see from Team Lobster owns Bitcoin is a good draft where they draft around their top laner and they pick a strong team that lets Andrew do his own thing topside, and he can focus on the rest of the team can draft maybe like something where they can 4v4 and take advantages of when Andrew draws pressure. So something like,
I think a lot of like disengage, a lot of like team fight threat.
Yeah, maybe also things that have strong objective.
Yeah,
power.
100%.
So, for example, if they do ever do send like 2 or 3 for...
We're seeing the Annie bans coming out from Team 911, obviously taking that away from Dirty Kanto, who of course just pivots to the Veigar. But interestingly enough, Team Lobster owns Bitcoin did not ban out Luximity's signature Trundle pick, opting instead for the Zoe ban, which is understandable, but also the Yasuo ban, which is quite interesting. The Vel'Koz obviously picked up for Donor on 9/11 side. One of his most dominant champions, but we also can't overlook the fact that they also got the Rengar through pick ban. We haven't seen it at all in this tournament, but their jungler is absolutely smurfing on Rengar in solo queue. So we're gonna have to see how that actually turns out. Looks like a Mordekaiser pick for Lobster owns Bitcoin. Very strong champion for Andrew. Definitely can't really be masked 1v1 in his side laning, which means that Team 911 is not going to be able to commit to 5v5s without potentially losing objectives from the side lanes. And then the Kayn pick looks just like a comfort pick for their jungler. He's known to be Kayn main, and Ezreal, a safe pick for Team 911.
Yeah, I want to see what Team 911 drafts for their top lane, because
100%.
Team Lobster's plan should be to get Andrew ahead early and then just let him deal with his own thing while they test.
100%.
So early game, they should revolve around making use of that priority top side, maybe invading, maybe taking scuttle, and then transitioning that pressure into objectives bottom side.
Yes, 100%. But with the Rengar on the map, someone who's able to just exert so much pressure in small skirmishes, it might actually prove difficult for Lobstone's Bitcoin to actually do what they want to, as well as Vel'Koz, who can control small fights so easily with a huge just AoE damage.
This draft is very interesting so far.
It very much is. Both sides seem like they're getting comfort picks. Veigar on Josh, Kayn on the Lobster jungler, as well as the Rengar, Vel'Koz, and Ezreal on 9/11.
I would like to see Lobster ban out more tank supports.
Yeah, me too. And the Trundle obviously coming out.
Yeah, because they're missing. Unless Trundle's building full tank, they're really missing a.
They have no front line.
Yeah, they're missing a front line.
The Trundle versus Mordekaiser matchup obviously going to be very interesting, seeing who steals whose stats when.
Yeah, actually, I'm not sure who wins that matchup.
Probably is a skill matchup. Just depends on who pulls the trigger on pressing R second. Morgana coming up from Lobstone's Bitcoin, looking a lot for the disengage, it looks like, or for just the ability to choose fights.
I don't know if I agree with the Morgana pick. I would have preferred maybe a Nautilus.
Yeah,
something with hard engage, where if they show 2 people or 3 people on the other side of the map, and there's one person still in bottom side or mid or wherever they are.
Oh, and there we are.
Okay, all right. So it's okay, all right. I guess they're doing a Morgana ADC.
Oh, someone in chat is saying, we ran out of time. We wanted to pick Jhin. Sorry. The question there being who we're picking Jhin instead of.
I think it's Morgana.
Yeah, so do I. Team 911.
That should solve the comp problem. If they ever do go for Mordekaiser.
Okay. Okay, so Team 911's draft looking very scary with the Rengar and the Vel'Koz, but honestly, the rest of the champion, they seem not very ready to match a potential just Mordekaiser 1v9 split push.
Yeah, so from what it seems like, Team Lobster has a more traditional draft, and
100%.
It'd be a lot easier to execute than 9/11's draft. Obviously, the 9/11's team gets ahead.
There's no more hope. Ezreal, Rengar, still going.
Yeah, they have a lot more kill pressure on this team, but
especially since Lobstone's Bitcoin really has only one frontliner.
Yeah, if they go even, this should be Lobster should win this game.
Yeah, the Veigar scaling and the Jhin having a stronger late game than the Ezreal is definitely going to start kicking in at some point. Depends really on whether or not they can stop the Vel'Koz, though, because Vel'Koz's late game is actually pretty scary as well. All right, looks like people in chat saying they're ready. Obviously, the actual pick ban in the League clients is going to mirror what we see here, except obviously with the addition of Jin on Lobster and Bitcoin side.
Nice. I don't know. Maybe Vel'Koz. If Nautilus can ult Vel'Koz fast enough, that should then counter at least half of
Yeah,
Vel'Koz's
100%.
ult.
Or a well-placed Vagar stun.
Yeah. But honestly, their team has a lot of threat against Vel'Koz, who's just standing still.
Oh yeah, 100%.
A Kane can get you pretty easily if he ults onto a target and then
A Mordekaiser pull.
pops
Or even
out
a
of nowhere.
Jin
Yeah.
getting free shots on you.
It's a good draft from Team Lobster. I think
Yeah, I like it a lot.
from the draft point of view, I think they're strongly favored to win, but I mean, at
believe
this
so
point,
as
it comes
well.
down to the execution.
But
Right.
what I'm really interested in seeing is the Rengar on 9/11 side. We haven't seen it so far, but
It's
from
only a comfort pick.
the OPGG, yeah, it looks terrifying. So I think if 9/11 can snowball properly, then they might have a very good chance of winning this. But otherwise, Lobster and Bitcoin's comp is just so much stronger and so much more like consistent.
Yes.
In
But
chat, we
I mean,
got,
it comes down to if Rengar gets ahead early, I think Team Lobster might have difficulty dealing with him.
Yeah, 100%.
So it just comes down to how careful the
Rengar also posing quite a bit of a threat to Mordekaiser, more than most junglers would, because he can cleanse out of Mordekaiser's ultimate.
yes. Andrew would have to be careful about pressing ult anytime Rengar has near 4 bars.
Yeah, 100%. But that's actually going to make top lane pretty difficult, because one of Mordekaiser's strongest suits is that he kind of can't be ganked past level 6, because then he just ults the jungler and then gets a kill and then probably just snowballs into a double. But with both
I'm sure he
Rengar
can
and
just
Trundle-
he can just turn it the other order, you know? Ult the laner, kill the
yeah,
jungler
but if he ults
afterwards.
the Trundle, he's probably going to have a bit more difficulty actually like closing out that 1v1, because Trundle can just press R and steal his stats right back.
I think you're underestimating how far ahead Andrew is
Oh
most
no,
likely
I
going to be.
100% agree with you on that point. It's just more that I agree that there's still like a chance, right? But I think when it comes down to individual players, 100% I think Andrew's just going to, even if he has to like press R and Trundle, the stats both in game and out of game are just going to be way too big of a difference.
What I'd like to see from Team 911 is maybe put some pressure on Andrew top, deny him his early lead.
Due to him, what TSM did to Solo today.
Yeah. Isn't that game still going on?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have to tune out.
it's Silver Scrapes right now. It's 2-2.
Oh, is it really?
FlyQuest going for the reverse sweep.
Oh, a sudden dodge. Okay. Someone on. Can we do blind pick? No, we can't do blind pick.
I think they can. Can't they?
We need tournament draft so that we can pause.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
True.
In chat, we got spam this boner to help out donors. Come on, guys. We need something else for Lobster. We have Miguel though saying Andrew hard diff top tweets. Yeah, that's hopefully we're going to be seeing from Lobster, but there's still a possibility that the other lanes is going to get too far ahead, and the top diff's not even going to matter. It's also possible that maybe Sean's just had a few off weeks, and today we're going to see his actual platinum Trundle skill.
Yeah, that is true.
Today he might actually build a QSS against Mordekaiser instead of just rushing straight Triforce.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, how likely that is, of course, is anyone's guess, but it is definitely a possibility.
I wonder if the bans are gonna be a K next. Maybe a KO ban? Oh, Katarina ban. Would the next ban be a Urgot ban? Maybe?
Oh, looks like it could be. Yep, there we have it.
I mean, I can't think of any other champs that. Udyr, Urgot. Is there any other champs that start you? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
I mean,
Would have been
to
super
win the
troll.
mental game,
Yeah.
Team Lobster could have banned their Urgot, forcing them.
Forcing them to not be able to spell out their message.
Yeah, that would have been a huge moral victory, mental victory. Awesome.
Team Lobster here spelling out the AEA with their bans. Truly inspiring words from both sides.
I
All right,
agree.
so now people are we're choosing our loadouts. We're getting into rune selection. Yeah, as we said, I think Lobster owns Bitcoin as long as they don't bleed resources to the Rengar. They're definitely, I think, in a very, very good position to win this game, just outright, by only the virtue of their talent alone. Donor seems like he's going to be playing mid this game.
Yes, I think they've decided to lane swap.
Yeah, looks like it. His Vel'Koz definitely is very scary. And Vel'Koz is pretty strong with the Veigar. Save for the possibility of Veigar canceling Vel'Koz's ult, but Vel'Koz's wave clear and his range far outstrips what Veigar can accomplish. So I'm curious to see how Josh plays into that, because that Vel'Koz definitely is set up to be one of 911's primary carries right now.
That's true.
All right. So how do you think 911 should be playing the macro in order to either stop Andrew or to get the rest of the team ahead enough to make his lead irrelevant? Because I think it's at this point a foregone conclusion that Andrew's probably going to build up some manner of lead in the top lane.
Yes, I think they invest a couple early ganks into top lane before Andrew has the potential to escalate the goal difference. Burn maybe some sums, maybe force them to play more passively, not as aggressively as you like, and then maybe try to focus on other lanes. That, for example, if their mid lane is doing well or their bottom lane is doing well, just
one thing that we
ganking.
haven't even pointed out is that we have a Veigar mid and a Jhin bot lane, both very immobile carries. Definitely just total bait for Rengar. If that Jhin ever presses R in a team fight while Rengar still has his ulti, that Jin's as good as dead. Unless he just goes full chat and builds Zonias.
That's true. My thoughts, Miguel says thoughts on mid matchup.
Yeah, I just said, oh, I'm sorry, you go?
I think you're more equipped to speak about mid than
okay.
I am.
Well, yeah, Vel'Koz is not a hard counter to Veigar, but he definitely has higher range and better wave clear early. Really, the only advantage that Veigar has is that Vel'Koz needs to stand still for his ulti, which means that a good Veigar can drop a cage on him and stun him, and then 100-0. But otherwise, Vel'Koz does more in has a better wave clear in lane, has better poke in lane, and does more in team fight. Veigar can only delete one champion, but through a Janus shield, and also trying to get close enough to an Ezreal or a Vel'Koz to actually delete them, that's going to be the real challenge for Josh this game.
I think that is true. So he just has to get through that rough early stage where he loses their trades because of poke out. But once he gets to a certain item point, I think if he ever makes a pick onto Vel'Koz, that Vel'Koz is just instantly dead.
Yeah, if he ever makes the pick onto Vel'Koz, I mean, they have an Ezreal, they have a Trundle. They're not that equipped to deal with Nautilus. Yeah, Trundle can steal his stats, but if that Kane's going Rust, then there's just another like pseudo frontliner that 911's gonna have to deal with. If you go Shadow Assassin, then yeah, you can focus with Nautilus all you want, but Shadow Assassin Kane's just going to murder Ezreal even through a Janus shield.
Yes, but I think what's it called? I love to see Nautilus roam. Maybe early Mobies spam gank mid if the wave's in the correct spot. Because Vel'Koz is very immobile. Walks into a Nautilus hook, eats a
Veigar stun. Yeah. It's over. Oh, both mid laners opting for the barrier, it looks like, and both supports opting for the ignite. Definitely going to be a very spicy game. I don't know about the barrier on Veigar. I don't think that's going to be much for lane. Probably just a stopgap counter against Rengar. But definitely the barrier on Vel'Koz probably would come in very handy if Veigar ever gets to press R on him. Here we're seeing Electrocute on Veigar, so definitely going to go for the big carry build instead of trying to provide a little bit more utility with the Glacial Augment.
I actually prefer on most champions I say Electrocute is better, but on Veigar,
yeah, he doesn't need the damage.
I prefer the Glacial Augment just because
and the slow and decay is just so cancerous.
Yeah, you already have such a large amount of damage that most of the time you really don't get your Electrocute proc off when you're executing someone.
Yeah, 100%. Veigar's entire combo is already just 3 abilities, so by the time he procs the Electrocute, his R is coming out, so they're dead or they're not dead.
Yeah.
And the Electrocute's not going to do much to change that.
But yeah, plus the utility on the Glacial Augment Sloth is setting up like almost guaranteed stuns.
Yeah, the Nautilus, like with the Nautilus coming in, that's just going to be so threatening. So I think I definitely heavily disagree with the Electrocute here. Let's talk about the Kayn Take and Conquer. It looks like he's setting up to go Ross.
Yes.
Which would definitely make sense. Ross is a godlike team fighter. And against 9/11's weak team fighting comp, I mean, Janna can only really peel the Nautilus or the Ross. The other one just gets to have free roam of their free roam of the team fight after Janna uses her tornado or her ulti. Doesn't look like anything spicy is going to be happening quite yet.
Looks like a standard.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard conservative start for both teams, positioning wise. Here we see the Rengar obviously making use of the early cheese. Actually failing to properly execute the early cheese. Yeah, he did. He got it eventually, but you see the Mastery 7 emote being popped. Definitely a show of his unmatched skill.
Yes.
Rengar also interestingly taking Electrocute, so definitely just looking to completely delete the enemy.
I wonder what John would take first. Look, as a jungle main, if you're not leashing your jungler with your spells,
you're trolling.
Yeah, you're trolling. What can I say?
No, yeah,
John,
I agree.
It's a 40 mana, 50 mana spell, and she has like 3 mana regen per sec. So really could have used that extra boost in clear speed.
Yeah, 100%. Especially since Rengar's first clear is so unhealthy. Look at him; he's already below half health versus Kayn, who's still full health after clearing his Raptors.
Yeah. We'll see how bottom lane chooses. Ooh, okay. I would have preferred to see the bottom lane play a little more aggressively, considering
the Ezreal flash already blown. Yeah.
They did hit level 2 first, and he was exactly. If he positioned correctly, he would have got a hook off right there. But
yeah.
I mean, just little things. Okay, now we see Rengar moving into Kayn's jungle. He does not win this.
Yeah, he doesn't have the health.
And he doesn't have the
flash blown. Is this going to be first blood already? That's first blood. Okay.
That was a very greedy.
Yeah, that was
invade.
Unbelievable.
There's no reason to do that.
How does Big Stank Mouse think that he wins any 1v1 when he's coming in at like 40% health?
Yeah, it is.
We see in the top lane.
Kayn is weak early, but his clears.
His clear is healthy.
Yeah, he has healthy clears, so you have to be able to beat him at.
Yeah, especially with the Electrocute. Rengar definitely just doesn't have the 1v1.
Oh. Maybe he's just disrespecting the fact that he's a bronze jungler.
Yeah, that's probably...
I personally can say do it. He may be
I think if they had
bronze,
more vision, maybe.
but he plays at least at the level of silver, if not gold.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I think he just
agree.
doesn't play ranked.
Yeah. Jana and all chat kind of cringe get hit by that, assuming complaining about either Nautilus or Jin's
I mean, I think this game might unfortunately be over. It looks like it's going to be a double scuttle diff.
Oh, but top lane, Rengar going for the gank, just walking right in. Andrew might be fucked here.
Yes, that is a.
He's getting a
Andrew
huge
might turn this.
Q,
Andrew does turn it.
and that's a double kill for Andrew. This game's fucking over.
Andrew should have lost that.
Played that so greedily. They just held on to so many cooldowns, and the Rengar just walking into lane like that. You can't do that as Rengar.
Yeah, I mean, he was a level down. I don't think he should have.
Yeah,
Also,
shouldn't have gone for the gank in the first place. I agree.
Unfortunately, the folks at the All-State Analyst desk.
Safe farm, safe farm.
No, that's an LCS trademark,
Oh,
right?
wait,
We're
I'm
sponsored
sorry.
by Allstate. So
Yeah, we're All-State.
the folks at the Allstate Analyst desk do not have a replay for us, so I can't say what went wrong with that game, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Rengar
sure
did put
Rengar
him
should
on
not
the
be auto-pathing to the bush, so he can get a free jump.
Yeah.
And he should just be focusing on autoing the Mordekaiser.
And they waited to actually go for the gank while Mordekaiser already had his passive stack and his Conqueror stack. So by the time they actually even went in for the gank, Mordekaiser was already strong.
True. Yeah, you kind of, against a Conqueror champ, you want to initiate the fight against... It's the same, it's like a Darius concept. You don't want them to build up stacks before your jungler gets into lane. Ideally, you want to initiate at the same time, so the chance of that happening doesn't...
Sean coming into the
minimizes
jungle?
the risk. I like the Rengar pathing down the bot here. I hope he goes for a gank.
I'm not sure how possible that is, though, because, I mean, that's Nautilus Jhin.
Their support is one of the weaker players on their team, in terms of rank.
That is true, that is true. Oh, double summoner's blown
great
from
gank
mid.
By Rengar. Landed his root. Burn.
That was a
through
very
flash
smooth,
and barrier.
Yeah, it was very smooth, him dodging the Veigar cage, and bot lane, a kill coming in for Lobster's side. But now this Rengar actually has a little bit more momentum. He's even in farm with the Kayn, and he has a kill now. I don't think he can go for a repeat top gank, but he might actually be able to start a snowball off this. Oh, and he's almost about to pull a Dixon and get executed in his jungle.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ever happened to me, but...
Yeah, no, we don't have any documentation on that one, unfortunately.
But I feel like at some point I did play a game where you guys were already executed.
It's a possibility. Looks like
I actually saw it in the video. It's how junglers recall faster.
Yeah. It's the faster recall.
Yeah. So.
You make use of your power spikes. Looks like the Vel'Koz is pathing up top lane. Andrew just blew a lot of cooldowns. Looks like they might want to go for a gank.
But Andrew does have his ult up, so walking
100%.
into Andrew would be very scary for the Vel'Koz.
Looks like they're not gonna.
I think they're just
hard commit
harassing Andrew a little, trying to make sure he doesn't build up too much of a lead.
But I mean, Josh here getting some free farm mid lane. Gonna look to deny a few creeps under the 911 tower. He is up 10 CS. And yeah, look, there's a 20 CS differential up top lane, even after two ganks. Oh, and that's the ultimate coming out from the Vel'Koz, and it's the solo kill.
Well played by the Vel'Koz. We'll see the mix. Oh, and he mixed out.
Yeah.
I see some toxic question mark pings coming down from blue team onto his own teammates. I'm not so sure about that, but Kayn and Rengar getting a fight here.
Kayn does not have form
Luckily,
yet.
Kayn, I think, is very even though Kayn is a level up, because Kayn isn't a champion until he gets his form. But unfortunately, I don't know what went wrong there, but
Rengar canceled autos from Rengar.
Didn't have the, probably. Rengar just didn't have the damage for that.
Right now, besides a bit of a gap in the mid lane, looks like Team Lobster owns Bitcoin's in a very, very strong position right now.
Yeah, they're 3,500 gold
Even
up.
then, the mid lane, even after 2 deaths, the Veigar is still keeping dead even in gold with Vel'Koz, just from CS differential alone, it looks like.
That was a good dragon take right there. Bot has prio, so they just moved their bot lane and support up, and they got it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the bot lane draft from Team 911 really weak right now. There's absolutely no gank setup. There's absolutely no ability to let the Rengar actually gain momentum. Rengar can't even gank that lane because he's just gonna get 100.
Rengar is not a great pick. I would love to see the Rengar hybrid though. Set Rengar.
I think Rengar could have been a strong pick. I think it was a comfort pick, but they just didn't draft around it.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Still a 10 CS lead for Josh up in the mid lane. Top lane, the 20 CS lead still remains. Andrew going for a cheeky trade, or Sean going for a cheeky trade against Andrew. Both ultis are blown, but it doesn't look like anything much is going to come out of that.
Unfortunately, with
course,
Andrew's ult down, it looks like he's vulnerable to ganks. But I think
Andrew started.
I see. Okay, I thought Kane maybe they didn't have vision of him, but Kane's very close. Unfortunately, he just uses E, so he can't really respond too fast. But if they ever overforce right here, Kane should be able to turn this.
Going for a 3-man top, the Rengar ulti's blown. And looks like Andrew's just getting gangbanged. I don't know if there's much to do about this.
Yeah. Kane, didn't show up fast enough, unfortunately.
Huge shutdown going in through Donor right here.
Honestly,
Total
the smartest person to put your gold into.
Yeah, 100%. Donor's really sort of shown up on the Vel'Koz in every game so far. I think the fact that that we don't ban the Vel'Koz every game is a little bit disrespectful, honestly.
I would have loved to see Kane maybe gank a little bit more top side, maybe force some ganks out, and then
stack
focus
up
on
with points.
the Rift Herald.
Yeah, I mean he has a lot of he had a lot of momentum, but he's just been farming for the past few minutes. Unfortunately, I don't think it's possible to check how close he is to getting his form.
It's not. League Spectator is bullshit.
Yeah, it is. We don't have to
dog shit.
Spam this. Okay, we're getting more donor positivity in chat. Yeah, now Donor's up 200 gold on the Veigar. Even despite the CS lead, I think the shutdown really just put him so far ahead.
Yeah, shutdown definitely helped.
Lobstone's Bitcoin's bot lane's pressing
Kane
down.
making his way
Or
down.
nothing, look at the tower.
We'll see if he's here for the counter gank. No, Rengar opts to just clear his bottom side jungle.
Unfortunately, Rengar is still down farm and down kills. Really just not getting an ability or a chance to snowball this game. That might change for them in the mid game, but right now this Rengar feels less than useless, if I'm gonna be honest.
As the Rengar problem.
Yeah, definitely. Rengar's just so feast or famine. And in F5s, it can just be really difficult to utilize as any sort of utility in his kit. Because all he has is like a slow and a root. And the fact that killing him is actually the single most harrowing experience in League of Legends. Spam this titty to help out Leximity. Alright.
But yeah, so far, top lane really hasn't played out too much, I guess, considering he's only down 30-ish CS, 35, and just a kill. But I think it's thanks to the repeated mid and jungle ganks. Unfortunately, it looks like Trundo's opting for another Triforce build. Oh, and there's the problem with playing Vel'Koz into Veigar. If you don't poke him out fast enough, and he can just tank your ult, he can just drop his W on you for a guaranteed W, which, as you know, it does almost as much damage as his ult. Wait, Lily, are you hello? Are you muted? Am I muted? Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm solo casting until Lily comes back. It looks like an easy pick onto the bomb lane here with the Nautilus hook into Nautilus ult. Nautilus also picking up the Ezreal right here, but now getting chased down by the Rengar. Rengar, yeah, there's no way Rengar doesn't. Okay, that was a very well-timed heal, and Rengar picking out the kill with the root. I think the Nautilus also missed his hook on the wall, because that does make him unstoppable, I think, for the duration of the hook.
I'm not quite sure how that interaction works.
Yeah, I know there's weird interactions where you can get CC'd, but that hook still finishes.
Yeah,
So
I think
assumed
while
he would
he's
have finished, and then he would have been rooted at the end.
I believe it works in that if Nautilus is currently throwing out the hook and he gets CC'd, then the hook will still pull him.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if he has already in midair, he's no longer unstoppable.
Great use of the pressure top lane to secure an uncontested rift. Unfortunately, I would have loved to see it before the 14-minute mark.
Yeah,
for the additional plates, because that's when the Rift Herald is the strongest. But I think
He's still going to give Andrew a lot of breathing room.
optimal play right here for the Rengar is to, instead of contesting top lane, just to go. Okay, so they're deciding to do Dragon without their jungler. We'll see if they Team Lobster chooses to contest this, or if
Rengar choosing to use his empowered Q instead of empowered W against Mordekaiser in the Death Realm, just getting absolutely ass blasted.
Yeah,
Josh also securing
we have
power.
talked about this. If Rengar is ever in the situation where he's in
and then
Mordekaiser's
bot
ult,
lane
as is,
taking a tower. Lobster and Bitcoin getting so many objectives so quickly. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
yeah, I mean, I was just commenting on the fact that if Rengar ever does have his empowered spell, he can just choose to empower W and escape the Mordekaiser death round.
Yeah, exactly. But the fact that he chose the extremely greedy route of just going the empowered Q, he surely should realize that with 2 cloth armors on the Mordekaiser, there's no way he just one-shots.
So it looks like
Do you have any thoughts on the Mordekaiser's build path? Because I'm not a big fan of the Protobelt or the Zhonya's Rush.
I like the Proto Belgash. I'm not a fan of the Zhonya's.
I'm more of a fan of Rylai's and Leandri's and Mordekaiser personally.
Yeah, I would prefer the Leandri's over Zhonya's.
Yeah, 100%.
I like Zhonya's does get the armor, but it's like a good defensive itemization.
Yeah, I don't think he
But
needs
you're
it.
winning.
Yeah.
You're strong enough
never
where
gonna kill
I don't
you.
think you need to worry about their damage.
Yeah, exactly. Trundle's never going to kill you, and Rengar at this point just can't one-shot. There's absolutely
Zhonya's is
no
very
way.
good against most team comps, because if you ever stock your Mordekaiser passive, you can just pop your Zhonya's and just continually get free damage off.
Well, I mean, that's assuming he's getting into a scenario where he's fighting more than one person at once, which would either be a free one team fight on the other side of the map for his team, or that would mean that he's walking into a team fight, which I don't think Lobster's comp is really designed for.
I don't know. You never know with Andrew.
Oh,
He
100%.
might somehow end up in the middle of 5 people.
Yeah, he does have a bad habit of grouping too much and not really letting his own lead push itself.
Yeah.
Especially since the champions that he plays usually aren't very good team fighters in the first place.
Yeah, he excels at the split push team comps.
Yeah. Andrew and dying 1v5 man, yes. I definitely agree that seems to be a trend.
Oh, here comes the 1v.
Really
I missed
just
it,
a
I guess,
1v2.
but it was a
Alright.
1v3. turns out just the way you expect that to go.
Yeah, I guess it's an interesting play from it. Oh, looks like PP or not PP. 911 is actually wresting control of the map from Lobster with a great pick onto Andrew and then another pick onto Josh.
Yeah, I don't know if Josh staying mid while one lane
Yeah,
away from
100%.
his top lane and getting one gang banged by 4 people.
Yeah,
And then
interesting
choosing
macro
to
decision.
stay in that lane is a great idea.
Yeah, he's still. I mean, he's definitely brought the gold back. He's still 20 CS up against the Vel'Koz.
You know,
Still 1,000 gold up.
it's probably
Jin?
a classic Vigo brain problem, right?
Yeah,
It exists with every stack champion. You're just like,
Farm
I can hit him
override.
with one more Q, that's 1 AP for free.
Yeah, yeah. The Jin almost pulling a double lift today, and running it down to the Vigar, having to burn both summoners just to survive. Really interesting micro play coming out from Lockstone's Bitcoin. Here we have Andrew just hopping right back up into top lane, unaware seemingly that he's just about to get game banged again.
I think
And they aren't
Andrew is aware. I think he's backing up now.
Yeah.
Choosing to stick around, though. This is not a fight that Andrew wants, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Oh,
it
and
is.
it destroys
I was
the
expecting
Rengar.
I was expecting Ignite out of Janna and maybe a...
Looks like the 911 team is just one by one running it down into Andrew's.
Yeah.
Into Andrew's.
I don't know if that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm
It looks
not
like there's some
sure
split
about this
calls
play.
there. Maybe the rest of the team didn't want to fight Andrew while the jungler.
Of course, the
clearly
Trundle
did.
he's running down on Andrew, but it's already picked out. And I think Andrew just has enough stats to. Nope. Andrew ends up ending his lead. But he almost has won before there.
Almost. This clears up
Unfortunately.
so much pressure that they can just take an uncontested Drake there.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's all they can pay. Andrew's going to have a lot more stats coming back in, but I think that's, again, highlighting sort of the, I think the weakness when it comes to going protocol right into Zhonya's here. He didn't have the health to survive a lot, since Zhonya's obviously only offers the armor, and not even more than Seekers would offer him. And he just didn't have, like, the sheer sustained damage that he'd get from Leonti's.
Yeah. I don't know which would have actually won that fight.
Yeah. Yeah, again,
The
there
armor
is
did
a
help
possibility.
against... They didn't send Vel'Koz, so the armor was almost 100% efficient there.
Yeah, well, the problem is the armor Seekers actually just gives, I think, the exact same amount of armor as
that is true.
a fully completed Zhonya's. Yeah.
Vigar roaming top. We'll see if he can handle the...
Andrew just cold-blooded, waiting for, like, it seems like 5 years to actually go and help out
There it is.
Vagar.
Yeah.
Oh, but perhaps he's a master baiter and just actually baited Andrew into taking a bad fight. Andrew now has all of the stats of Trundle, just chunking an
it looks
entire...
like a very one team fight up here.
Yeah, I think the comp diff right now is really showing itself. The
with-
balance repair outplay coming off of Nautilus onto...
With the plays Andrew's making here, I think he might win Toyota Player of the Game.
Yeah, yeah. the Capital One player of the series.
Vel'Koz is looking around Baron, seeing if he can...
Earlier,
some poke
Miguel
down.
asked our thoughts on each team's team fighting potential, and I think he's got our answer.
Yeah. It's just an unfortunate draft difference where they have no... They have no real front line.
Mixed stats on the Rengar right now. Yeah.
As I said in draft, the only front line they would have is Trundle, and that's if he opts to go full tank, which unfortunately Triforce being a
Triforce into Wit's End. mind
almost
you,
a 4K item is definitely not a tank item.
The Wit's End, significantly less expensive, but also still just completely not a tank item. Just Sean's just one-dimensional build paths really causes some problems comp-wise for Team 911.
At this point, I don't think the Trundle can match the Volibear push, even with his
The Volibear
stacked
push?
MR. Sorry, the Mordekaiser push, even with the stacked MR.
Yeah,
So I think
100% not.
they might have to bring.
I mean, like, let's look at it. Andrew's on 3 items. The Trundle is on an item and a half.
That is
At
true.
this point, the fact that Andrew's like backing off, showing the Trundle any respect under this tower is honestly almost a misplay.
It's probably the smarter play, considering he has Baron buff and he's just chunking
Right.
the tower down anyway.
But like, it makes his dick look so small. And yeah, either way, Team Lobster is able to make great use of the Baron buff, already getting 2 outer or inner towers.
I like what they did here. They brought down 5 people to try to force the fight where Andrew's splitting top. But unfortunately, they heavily misplayed
Yeah.
that.
The Vel'Koz getting stunned out by Josh right at the beginning, having to blow his Zonias, and just being completely taken out of the fight.
It's definitely a comp issue also. You don't really have any
100%.
engage on that team.
100%.
What is Trundle
Have
gonna do?
nothing.
Run into Vygar's cage?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he did in the last fight, and he just got blown up. That's 2 inhibitors taken. GG's already coming out from 9/11. I say already, but the Baron empowered minions and the entirety of Blockstone's Bitcoin's already knocking at the base.
Yeah, that was a very huge draft difference right there.
100%.
The game was pretty much lost in Champion Select, unfortunately for Team.
No, I hard agree. And yeah, that's going to be a fast, quick, easy game from Lobstone's Bitcoin. Andrew just completely stomping the top side of the map, while the Kane just took over the rest of the map. Eventually, they outscaled, they out-teamfighted, and it's not as if 9/11 had an early game either.
It's Bullseye says, I respect the Rengar pick, but Matt's too good. I don't know if it's a question of Matt. Matt is a great player, right? But I don't know if it's a question of Matt being too good in the game when Rengar
Rengar just was useless in that comp.
Rengar walked their vision at 30% HP to try to 1v1
Oh yeah.
a Kane, and then the mid lane also showed up.
I mean, Kane might be weak early, but we have to remember that Kane had Conquer, while Rengar only had Electrocute, and Kane's base damages are actually very high compared to most champions.
That
So
is
he was
true.
able to just completely destroy that Rengar. And a few times Rengar actually picked 1v1s against Kane and just got absolutely ass blasted.
I mean, to be fair, Rengar did almost win a 1v1 where he was level 5 against Kane's level 6.
Yeah. But in the end, he still lost. So unfortunately,
That's true, but I'm pretty sure he
the
just
Rengar
missed
turned it down.
maybe canceled an autos, maybe missed a
Yeah, he
auto
missed
reset
like
here and
5
there.
autos there.
On Rengar just has a lot of little things that go into making up all his damage.
He needed to snowball earlier, and by dying at level 3, he completely just forwent any kind of opportunity.
Yeah.
We have to also give props to the Kane for being 5-0, and the Jin for 6-0.
Andrew's
It was
definitely winning
completely
the
uncontested.
player of the game right here with his
Yeah,
damage
definitely
strat.
Andrew putting the entire team on his back, but the problem is he didn't have to put the team on his back. Honestly, everyone stepped up, and it was a very solid, complete domination from.
I would love to
Lobster.
see 911 put more pressure on other parts of the other parts of the
Bot
map.
diff was pretty big. Says it's Bullseye. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, Ezreal Janna bot lane, so passive. Completely playing to disengage. Anti-assassin, but we have to remember, Rengar was on that team. Rengar wasn't even like something that they had to like worry about, something that Janna might be able to counter. And it provided no gank setup, it provided no lane pressure. It just kind of let Lobstone's Bitcoin's bot lane steamroll the lane completely uncontested. And in the mid lane, even after getting a few kills onto Josh is still able to keep up and farm. And obviously Veigar, it's very difficult to be useless on Veigar because he just presses R on people and gets free kills.
That is true.
So a complete comp diff coming out from Lobstone's Bitcoin, an extremely clean game 1.
Pretty respectable there. I can see how they're the team that took down what's the other team
Segmentation
called?
fault.
What's that? Yeah,
Segmentation fault?
segmentation fault. What can I say? It is clearly Team Lobster is on the up and up.
Oh yeah,
to the
Lobster
moon,
and
I would
Bitcoin
assume.
right now looking very strong in the very strong in the standings. Have you gotten an invite for game 2 yet?
I can't say that I have.
Me neither. So what do you think 9/11 has to do next game in order to take it back?
I think they should take a look at the overall draft. Maybe draft a
Draft a useful team comp that does things instead
draft
of
a hard. I
PvP.
would say draft a hard engaged comp so they can when
Yeah,
they
really
can
hard
maybe
punish
choose to give up
the
something top lane while they
Mhm.
run down the rest of Team Lobster.
I'm getting the pro draft for game 2. Still not in the actual game lobby.
Yeah, you're not online. It says. Oh no,
Oh, I
you're.
mean, I just have myself as a
Yeah, I
way.
can't invite you by the way.
Oh, wait, why not?
I should be able to invite you now. No, I can't. Never mind.
Cool.
Kind of very unfortunate.
Yeah. Could somebody?
Wait, here we go. I got
there
you.
All right, thank you. I highly appreciate getting to actually see the game I'm casting. Hello, Jake Uchiha. Wise words coming out from Jake.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hello.
Hello? Yes,
Hello?
what's up?
What's up?
Yes, what's up, man? Oh, wrong. What? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Right now. Right now. In the pick ban, Camille, Darius, Nautilus being banned from 9/11
We have a
side,
request,
obviously
yeah.
taking away the strong Nautilus pick last time. Lobster going for the exact
Oh,
same
am
ban.
I?
Obviously
I'm
not afraid of the Rengar or the Trundle. Yeah. Complete domination from Lobster last time. So I don't really see a need to change up the strategy. While 9/11 definitely has to get rid of the Nautilus in order to take away the hard engage that Lobster was able to use last time in order to make up for the fact that they basically had to play 4v5 the entire game. The Darius also taken away from Team Lobster, which is very odd considering that I don't think Andrew's known for playing Darius very often.
That is true, but maybe Darius is a terrible matchup in Trundle. Who knows?
That might be. I have no idea. It looks like the cannon coming out from Team 9/11.
That's an interesting pick, considering Kennen
Yeah,
normally
I don't know if
goes
it's a top lane or a mid
and
lane. The Annie just going uncontested for Lobster and Bitcoin because
does that mean I think that might mean like 70 is playing Kennen top, trying
it
to
might
answer.
be. I'm not sure. I mean, Cannon into Annie sounds like a terrible time, if I'm going to be honest. Fizz. So that means Leximity's on Cannon. Fizz coming out for the mid lane. Not sure how that matchup goes into Annie. Yeah, we can do the chug after draft because that doesn't have to be done right now. Fizz and Kennen obviously offering extremely hard engage for 9/11, and the Amumu looks like it's completely the opposite of the team comp last time.
Unfortunately, it looks like they are drafting
yeah.
heavy magic damage comp.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Andrew has to say about that.
A Kassadin? The Kassadin is locked in for Lobster. That's got to be top lane, right?
I don't. Maybe cast an
Either
ADC.
way.
Maybe that was a
Kassadin
mistrap.
ADC, yeah.
Maybe
I
that
mean,
was
the
a mistrap.
Kassadin is going to destroy the Cannon, Fizz, and the Mumu. I don't really know if there's that much they can do against him, just passively taking less damage from everything that they can do. Yeah, this might be Josh on Kassadin and Annie support. You never know.
Possibly.
Ezreal being taken away from 9/11, but actually I think that might be a mismatch. Ezreal's not gonna like add that much to a full engage comp. Ezreal's too much of like a small dick, safe champion.
Lily, Larkin's probably watching this. I don't think you should.
Yeah,
hurt
well, I
his
mean,
feelings
considering how hard I dumped it, I'm just kidding. Okay, but the Ezreal definitely not going to be able to follow up on the Kennen, Fizz, or Mumu engage. So I don't know if 9/11 would even want to draft that, and if they do draft that, it's definitely going to be a very weak pick. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that ban from Lobster and the Blitzcrank. again, really weird considering that Blitzcrank's not great for Engage, and that seems to be what 9/11's hard going for. The Thresh being banned from 9/11, obviously, probably very smart. Very good disengage champion. Can definitely save someone who's caught out by a Fizz ulti. So probably going to be a very good ban there.
Yes, I agree.
Lobstone's Bitcoin with the Rakan. I'm not sure about the Rakan. Might be looking to charm the cannon or the Amumu for the disengage. They might also just be looking to draft a Xayah Rakan. Because Xayah, it's extremely hard to engage on Xayah if she presses R at the right time.
That is true. I agree.
Alright.
I'd love to see a game 3 though, so
Twitch.
hopefully they don't take
me
things
too,
too seriously this game.
Me too. Twitch coming out for 9/11, definitely just going hard into the 5v5. Like, engage on you, Twitch opens up on you with the spray and pray, and just deleting an entire team at once.
That is very true. I still don't know
We're
what
getting
Lobster
not
is
Twitch.
drafting.
Twitch is supposed to be Misfortune. Okay, we're getting Twitch is supposed to be Misfortune in the league chat. And the Pantheon, okay. Yeah, Pantheon also is able to follow up.
Pantheon
from,
support.
half-half
I didn't know FlyQuest was playing this game, but
Yeah, exactly.
alright.
So Xayah Rakan coming out as we predicted. But yeah, 100%. Pantheon support. Definitely Ignor's favorite champion, it seems.
Speaking of FlyQuest, they are losing their third game right now. Things are not looking too good for them.
TSM represent. Let's do it. We're getting into proper pick ban in the client, but obviously doesn't look like it's going to be that serious when it comes to the bans.
Yes,
We have
like,
Bates Uchiha in call.
What's good?
That's good, bro. You
Yeah.
gonna chug a for loco for us?
Who the fuck said that?
I don't know, chat.
optimized.
Chat said that? Bro, I'm already drunk as hell. I'm not shotgunning for Logo.
Alright.
If we get 2-0'd, I will turn on my webcam and I will do 2 shots. How's that sound? 2 shots
Alright.
of Grey
Sounds
Goose.
like a deal.
Is that cool?
Seems you left your brave
I mean, it's not
pants
up
at
to
home.
me.
Want me to wait while
Okay,
you
well,
go
do
get
you
them?
want to see it? Does everyone want to see it?
We haven't gotten an opinion from chat yet, but I personally don't care.
Okay, well, I will do.
It looks like we're
Best
getting
Q Gaming
let's
says
go.
for the boys.
Yeah.
I have
Alright, looks
some
like it's happening.
homework to do after this. Because I
Well,
put
good
off
luck
my.
doing it while you're fucking wasted, dude.
Well, you don't know who I am. But after this game, if we get 2-0'd, I will do a couple shots for the gang. How's that sound?
Looks like chat is heavily in favor of this course of action. The bans on Lobstone's Bitcoin look to be the same as in
Alright.
Pro Draft. Let's see.
Good luck, have fun.
Yep. Okay. Let's see what secret message we're getting this time.
Alternative.
Playtime's over.
At pack. Okay. Interesting. Dixon, do you have any idea what at pack might mean?
No.
Oh, big stank mouse with the Amumu. Okay, so he's playing Rengar last game and he's wasted his health. That might explain some of the questionable plays we've seen. Something to note here, though, I don't think anyone on either game, with the sole exception of Dirty Kanto on Annie and Duet on Kane, is playing one of their main champions or someone that they're very familiar with. So that this might turn out to be a fiesta. As
I think
everyone
you're
tries to learn,
forgetting the fact that Chosen 7 apparently does play a lot of Xayah, so
Oh, does he really? Okay, that's my bad then.
I wouldn't know his champion pool. I think I've seen him play that champion.
I mean, it seems like a Ryan pick anyway, so. We have Donor, looks like, on Misfortune. Looks like he's going to be going back down to the ADC role with Lobster taking the reins as the mid laner again. So that might be something. However, I don't think we've seen Donor on any champion other than Vel'Koz. And Vel'Koz definitely seems to be his strongest pick so far. Misfortune basically is an AD version of Vel'Koz, though, so I wonder how those skills will translate over to a new champion. Y'all are the gooeyest casters. I don't know if that's goofiest casters. Oh, thank you. I am known for being fucking hilarious. Lucy Moto representing. Okay. Team comp wise, how do you think the teams are looking?
I think both teams have solid drafts. We'll see how it
Yeah,
works out.
I agree. Definitely a lot of opportunities for both teams to hard engage with Annie and Rakan for Lobster and Bitcoin, but also obviously the Fizz, the Kennen, and the Amumu, as well as potentially a Pantheon ulti from Team 911. So this might turn very explosive very quickly.
I see Connor's messaging Larkin, asking where Larkin is.
Larkin's probably waiting for the 40th minute of this game to actually do anything, which would be in character. I'm just kidding, of course. Larkin, I love you. Please don't flame me.
Don't worry, Larkin can't hear you here. I don't think he's on the line.
Yeah, I'm just afraid that Miguel's going to pass the message along.
Oh, okay. Wow, calling Miguel out for being a snitch, huh? That hurts.
No, I'm calling Miguel out for being a teammate. Alright. Really weird picks though. The Kassadin. Do you think the Kassadin's going to just be a hard split push champion? Do you think Andrew's just going to sideline with him the entire game?
I think 9/11 should end the game before Caston hits all 16.
Oh, they definitely should look to do that. But I mean, who on 9/11's team can really master Kassadin? I think unless they like game bang him, I think it's just Fizz who could potentially like one.
They do have a lot of CC for him, so
they do. But I'm talking just like one person like going to a side lane to match a Kassadin split push.
Well, I think if they play it well enough, Caston isn't really strong of a split pusher, so I think they can exert pressure on the other parts of the map. Caston will be forced to help out the team. So
I don't think the top lane's matchup's going to go either. Do you think Angie's going to be able to create a significant lead as Kassadin with Kennen?
I think there will be a lead, but I'm not sure if it's going to be the extent of getting double 1v2s in lane.
Yeah. The 1v4 triple kill, almost the quadra.
Yeah. I think if they 1v2, I think the best thing happens to Andrew is he gets away. Right? There's no way he's able to turn a 1v2 against Ken and Amumu as Kassadin.
Yeah, as Kassadin, exactly. Yeah, in chat we're getting that's a ticking time bomb, but it's not going to get the chance. That's the hope. If this game goes late, if we pull a segmentation fault, then Team 911 might just be dead in the water.
I mean, if you think about it, we're 3 minutes in the past. Who knows what's happened?
Yeah, Andrew's 6-0, and he's already on 4 items. He's level 12, and he's opened up the enemy nexus.
Maybe 10% of Mumu runs into the enemy fountain.
Tries to 1v1 the fountain.
Anything is possible. We're waiting for a 9/11 win here, so we can get a game 3.
Exactly. We're hoping for a valiant effort, just as FlyQuest decide to take advantage of double lift's intake tactics. All right, we're loading into game here. Looks like Fizz mid, Kennen top. Kennen's starting the minion dematerializer. Do you have any thoughts about that?
Hasn't that been nerfed? Like
It's been nerfed like 18 times. So yeah, exactly. I'm not sure what exactly the thought process is behind that. Unless it's just Luximity being not very confident.
Although to be fair, he is unsealed spellbook, so I don't think there's too many great choices.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Hex Flash is no, Hex Flash wouldn't do anything there.
Sorry, what were we talking about again? Minion dematerializer.
Yeah.
That's in the same tree as Biscuit, so I probably would
Biscuit isn't that strong on Kennen just because he doesn't have the mana.
Yeah. I could see that.
And he's also playing against the Kassadin, so I don't think he's going to be getting that low that early. Kassadin opting to start with the Doran's Shield instead of the Corrupting Pot.
Definitely the smarter choice there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. He's definitely planning to get poked out a lot. Looks like pretty standard starts all around. Kane starting his Raptors, always my favorite thing to see a Kane do. That's the most Chad start, obviously. Mid lane, there's already heavy trading going on. Or not necessarily heavy, but there's always some trading going on. Ooh, Josh missing that minion with his Q, really showing how rusty his Annie skills are. In the bot lane right now, Pantheon playing like a total bitch. The Misfortune Flash is already forced as Rakan just goes on her. The Pantheon's unable to contribute anything because he started Q. He basically has to play like at the end of the tower.
What time are you at? I feel like I'm delayed.
I'm at 2:13.
I'm at 1:55. What the fuck?
Yeah, you might want to restart your client, bud.
Oh god. Why does League Kinds suck so much?
Small indie company, by the way. Bot lane, yeah, this Misfortune's getting chunked out heavily. Pantheon not even able to really contribute anything. Looks like the 9/11 bot lane's gonna hit level 2 first, but they can't really force anything on that. Gonna rest a little bit of tempo back. But after this, I think Rakan going in. The Xayah flash is burned. And the ignite from Rakan as well. The ignite from Pantheon coming out, and Pantheon's his first blood as Lobster and Bitcoin just runs it down. Misfortune had to blow heal, but she's still alive enough to help secure this kill.
Yeah, I don't think Lobster respects that Pantheon damage.
Yeah, no,
very
they
strong.
can really get ran down.
Very strong.
After level 2, they can't go for fights like that.
I'd love to see the Pantheon maybe buy Mobies and just continue their own mid.
Yeah, completely destroy the rest of the map.
Okay.
Yeah, 9/11 bot lane shoving into this tower. That's such a massive wave. If they somehow are able to pull off a tower dive against the Xayah, this game might just be over from bot diff. Xayah already 10 CS down. And a full tower plating already taken by the Misfortune and the Pantheon. Huge lead for the 9/11 bot lane right now. Meanwhile, top lane, Andrew already having a CS lead as Kassadin versus Kennen, and with the big wave that's on the blue side right now, looks like that CS lead's only going to get bigger.
I think.
Fizz
I don't know we're watching the same thing.
Now.
What time are you at?
I'm at 4:05.
What the fuck? I'm like at 250 now.
Oh my lord.
I'm just gonna watch the main stream.
That maybe. Connor, could you maybe start streaming on Discord as well? So that perhaps yeah, thank you. There's a Fizz right now doubling Annie's CS, which is really weird to see considering Annie's ranged against a Fizz.
It's also weird considering Annie is one of his signature pocket picks.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Is he getting outlaned, or is he like off day, or is he like getting intimidated by the Fizz pick?
Or is he just in KO accounting at 4? Who knows?
That is possible as well.
You know what they say about Annie players. If you can count to 4, you can play Annie. So.
You know what they say about Annie players? She's a 8-year-old, and it takes the brain of one to play her as well. Looks like an invade being set up by the Kane. Nope, he's just clearing vision topside. And he's going to go back to his jungle. A Mumu posturing mid, maybe looking for a gank. Is Josh going to disrespect and step up?
Hopefully he doesn't. Oh, but I think he is. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
plays it safe.
No.
Backs off after the wave pushes.
Interestingly, though, the mids are very dangerously close to level 6, at which point this matchup might just explode. Because if one of them lands the ulti on the other, the victim might just get completely butt bumped. Andrew, as Kassadin, already having almost a 10 CS lead up against this Kennen, which is always interesting to see. Josh is going in for a very quick trade against the Fizz. And gets caught by the max range ultimate, has to blow his flash, and the Fizz is able to completely just blow a flash for what, like a 2-minute, 1-minute cooldown?
Yes.
Yeah, Kassadin level
I
6
agree.
just looking completely dominant up in the top lane.
But to be fair, this is the Predator Annie. So
Oh yeah, signature Predator Annie, yeah.
we'll see if he decides to take advantage of Predator and roam to other lanes.
Yeah, he might not even need the flash, given the so it's like 20% movement speed. In the bot lane, yeah, 9-11, that early lead is just getting pushed.
I'm
really
definitely
hard.
noticing a pattern with the solo laner is not able to being reset on time.
Oh yeah, there's a bot lane gank going on. A 4-man dive bot. Annie pops the ultimate. Kane picks up the kill, and it doesn't look like there's anything coming back from for 9-11. Just a complete domination of the bot lane. Hopefully going to be able to even out some of the gold differential between the ADCs, but it doesn't look like Xayah didn't pick up a single one of the kills there, which means that Kane's pretty big now. He's 2-0. He has a 500 or 600 gold lead up against the Amumu, but Xayah is still down 300 gold against Misfortune. Hopefully denying this wave would be able to lessen that blow somewhat. There's still a pink ward in the bot lane bushes that Team Lockstone's Bitcoin has just completely neglected to clear. Amumu's posturing topside, but it looks like he's going to get spotted by a control ward, and Kassadin's going to be backing out. Trying to gank Kassadin in general, obviously not a very easy thing to do. Fizz maintaining his 20 CS lead in the mid lane. Did Josh just roam as Predator Annie without boots? I believe that he did.
Yeah,
and it worked.
He hasn't reset. He roamed before he
He's still
reset.
sitting on his last chapter.
Also, interesting build path considering Josh opts not to buy his boots.
Heavy 1v1 between the dragon and the Kayn, but thankfully Kayn actually gets a gank from his bot lane in order to help secure the dragon before he just completely just dicks in by it. Mid lane, Fizz lands the ulti, no flash on Annie, and that's an easy kill with the Pennant roaming down to secure it. That's a huge lane, or a huge wave that Fizz is now going to be able to freeze, and I think mid lane might just be over at this point. But thankfully top lane, again, a 15 CS lead coming in from that Kassadin. Kennen has not even backed once, while Kassadin's sitting on his tier. Definitely going to be pretty hard for Luxembourg to take this one back, even with that kill he just picked up. He's already 100 gold down against the Kassadin as Kennen, which is not like something that you never want to see.
He didn't even pick up the kill, actually. He just picked up the
assist.
assist.
No, like he got the assist, yeah, exactly.
The assist isn't really worth too much. It's worth about half of a
like
cannon,
half,
probably. So nothing substantial.
It's like 200 gold lead on the top lane as Kassadin against the counter matchup. You see Josh here just getting completely dunked on by the Fizz, unable to land a single thing except for his point and click Q. While
I would
Josh
love to see a gank from the jungler from 9-11, maybe mid or bottom, in one of the more volatile lanes.
I mean, right now, the Lobster's Bitcoin bot lane is pushed to tower. I don't know if Lamumu can dive that just yet.
It's not a dive because the wave is going to crash back now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe not. They
now
cleared
it's
fast enough.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he shows.
Josh getting completely chunked by Fizz in the mid lane. Fizz uses the ulti and is able to ward the Kayn off, who has to blow flash and doesn't get anything off of it. Josh surviving by the skin of his teeth, but this Fizz right now looking absolutely dominant, doubling Josh's CS, and looks like it's going to be a huge threat from here on out.
Well, see, can you tell me what jungle item the Amumu bought? I can't really see.
Yeah,
Cinderhawk. Okay, good. I was a little concerned that the Amumu would choose to go
Runic Echoes.
Yeah, which would be kind of a terrible idea considering they would be missing a front line.
Or you just go the full Chad build on every character. Full lethality on the Pantheon, full AP on the Amumu. Just completely blow up the Lobster team before they have a chance to even respond.
It is possible, but
yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have any kill participation yet, so it'd be a little awkward.
He's been hard farming.
But
I mean, the Kayn's still keeping up in CS while having 2 kills.
Kayn should have a level lead on the Amumu, no? He doesn't, unfortunately.
He doesn't, but does he have an XP lead? No, the Amumu has an XP lead as well. That's
I don't know
really
how that's
the jungle
possible, to be
XP.
honest. But yes, it's probably just some pathing issues.
Yeah, yeah.
If you
Kassadin already at 103 CS, completely matching the Fizz, but Fizz still has a 200 gold lead from the kills that he's gotten. Yeah, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I mean, Kane should be up levels considering he has 2 kills.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
I guess
he's,
he
like,
just
also
hasn't
master,
been clearing his camps fast enough.
Amumu chilling out in the Dragon Pit right now. Looks like it's just warding. Afghan's a living ward in case.
I think he
case
was just waiting for Pantheon to clear the vision.
Yeah.
He was unsure where the range was, so he just opting to not be seen.
Not show
while he
anywhere at all.
sneaks into that bush. Yes.
The Protobelt already completed by the cannon. Excuse me.
So
Balance
fun
item.
fact, by the way.
Yeah.
If you show yourself on vision, I'm sure the bot lane will just forget about you in a couple seconds anyway.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Oh, the flash Q from Amumu, and there's no way Andy's looking this. Yeah. Doesn't even have a chance to flash. Doesn't even have a chance to do anything except drop the ulti. But
Who's their mid lane right now?
completed.
Is it Donor or is it
It's a Luxor.
Okay, so they did swap back to their original
comp,
team.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Josh is completely irrelevant this game. Still 67 CS, down more than 1,000 gold on his lane opponent. Still sitting on that lost chapter and the boots. And he's coming out of base with 800 gold. Still, again, just on the lost chapter and boots. He has no power spike that he got from that free back. Meanwhile, Fizz sitting on enough gold, I think, to complete his Lich Bane. So the mid gap this game might just be huge. Yeah.
The mid gap is definitely huge. It's been like 5 minutes. You know, the only item I've seen any pickup are the boots.
Yeah, yeah. There's just been no gold income in the mid lane for Team Lobster and Bitcoin. Not quite the full completed boots coming out for Fizz. Doesn't look like he had enough gold. He decided to, I think, finish Lucidity boots instead.
I'd love to see 9/11 bring their jungler mid again, maybe for a dive. Or bring their mid laner down to bottom lane for a dive there. They have to make use of their dominant.
Yeah, the 911 bot lane still has a advantage, so I think pushing that would really help him snowball the game.
Yeah. So you are on a limited time frame here with a
Kassadin on the enemy team who's already
and it looks like the
Cannon
just outplayed the Kassadin, flashing the Kassadin E.
Interesting that Luxemity's not going for a Triforce rush this game.
Probably not optimal.
Not running it down, but still able to get the return kill.
Very well played.
And also mid lane died again on Lobster's Bitcoin.
Yeah, I noticed. It's kind of unfortunate, but
Annie 020 is only slightly less relevant compared to a 20 and 0 Annie. That is pretty true, but it looks like first tower gold's gonna go Fizz in the Pantheon right now. Oh, unless Kassadin has anything to say about it. Nope, Kassadin's gonna get stunned up.
Yeah, it's very hard to do anything as Kassadin.
Luckily, level 10 Kassadin getting out-traded by the level 7 support Pantheon.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Kassadin is inherently balanced, so he's late game.
And Chaw's just dying again, trying to save Andrew here, not having a very dominant game. The Annie's just not really showing any of the work. The Predator, really, has he popped Predator? He just did.
I think the last minute has gone really well for 9/11 here.
Yes, 100%. They have a 3-0 Fizz, a 2-1 Cannon, who's evened out, or he's still 400 gold down on his Kassadin, but he has free reign of top lane right now.
I'm also not really sure what Josh is building here. It looks like he's going for the Ludens, but
he stopped by for an Amp Tome.
Yeah, he purchased an Amp Tome instead. So
I think
maybe he probably didn't have enough gold, but I would have just gone for maybe a quick reset.
Yeah. maybe like a Dark Seal as a stopgap so he can sell it later. But it looks like he's like trying to farm for the next few minutes so he can get the 1,000 gold to get to his Ludens. But honestly, with the pace of the game so far, he might not be alive 30 seconds from now. As Fizz looks like he's coming back mid. Fizz with 3 levels up on Annie right now.
If Annie walks up further in lane,
yeah,
I think
Josh is
yeah,
right
unfortunately, it looks
to
like
the lane.
Annie's dead again, once again here.
Yeah, the max range Shark lands. And there's just nothing. Nothing. Josh is just blown up instantly.
Yeah,
The
and it
rest
looks
of the
like
team is crafting.
they're trying to 2v2 this, but unfortunately they do not win this with the team comp that 9/11.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah. Oh, and the Cassidy dies, the Pain dies. Right now,
Yeah.
that 9/11 is snowballing.
I mean, what can I say? That was just an obvious misplay.
Yeah.
I would say even an int by Josh there.
No, Josh completely just did not respect Fizz. Completely had a big macro brain fart. But then the Kane and the Cassidy coming down to try and save him, that, I think, was really the big throw of this, that play.
Yeah.
Lobster is able to get a tower in return bot lane. But, a tower and a kill, it seems. But, yeah. And then inner tower taken by 9/11. So who do you think is going to win this game?
It's actually, this game is still up in the air just because
No,
of
100%. The Cassidy time bomb. Cass
Yeah.
hit level 11. But honestly, if you ask me,
I think it's very strongly 9/11 favored. The Cassidy, even if he does get ahead, what is it called? There's just so much CC potential on the team of 9/11 that
yeah,
if they play the team fights right, they'll shut him down regardless.
yeah, Cassidy won't be able to do anything. That's a Rift Herald drop top lane for Team oh, and Josh is dead again.
Yes, you cannot be
Time of
walking.
Moo. Yeah, you can't go up to the enemy tower. You like if you're past your Nexus tower right or your inhibitor tower right now as Annie, you're in. Looks like the entire team's collapsing onto
That's
onto
definitely
Angie in
true.
the top lane. Let's see if they'll be able
We'll
to
see if
actually
they
land
manage to
anything.
get this. It looks like they should be able to take this right here.
Oh, he
Andrew
juked
does not
the
have
Lulu
his-
Q, but
Andrew
Yeah,
does not have enough. Oh, Andrew. And typical
get
Andrew play. Instead of opting for the ult away.
backwards he goes for the greed.
Yes.
As we know, greed equals speed.
Yes. He went straight onto the enemy team, hoping he could turn that, but unfortunately he's
Lobster
0-3-0, and he has
taking
3
every
scaling
turn back.
items.
Yeah, exactly. Lobster takes the return Cloud Drake, but I really doubt that that's going to be able to do anything to even out the gold. Even if they take the soul, at this current gold disparity, I don't think that there's anything that's going to be doing for them. But you do have to remember that.
It's not that. To be honest, they're not that far down in terms of gold.
Yeah. It's more just the fact that they don't have like a mid lane right now. The top lane's not really able to do much, and their bot lanes are like still behind.
To be fair, their team is still very magic damage heavy, so
Yeah.
if
The Cassidy might
anyone
just
at all apparently wants to build MR, it would
And
be
he's
perfect.
still sitting on that Lost Chapter and Blasting One and Amptone right now.
Yeah,
He
he's
has
really
enough
struggling
gold,
for the
yeah.
1050 gold to buy
Yeah,
Ludens.
I mean, he already has enough gold for the Ludens, but just barely. Goes for the flash ulti, didn't count the 4, and doesn't have the
Unfortunate.
death.
I guess
I'm really glad that Josh doesn't play Jit.
some a little error in counting the 4 there, which is honestly the hardest part about playing Annie. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
understandable.
Cassidy
4
right
does-
now.
4 is a
It's-
high number.
It
Unless
is quite
it's
a
the
big
amount of
figure.
total kills you have on your team, then it's actually a very low number.
It's a
But
perfect number.
yeah. But Andrew here is looking like he wants to make 4 his number of deaths also.
Oh. Matt looking like he also wants. Oh, a huge charm coming out from the pond.
Huge
And
team fight here
Monstone's been
from
like,
Team
almost down to one.
Lobster. I don't know how they managed to turn that, but they
Holy
just
shit! And they're looking
Team-
for the Despacito Baron.
Team 911 just kind of walked into a full chain CC right there.
Yeah, Elisha carried to be sure.
Yeah,
Holy shit! The Kia Ace.
the charm into the knocked up into what's it called?
Kassadin just
Into Kassadin and the Rakan
Zaya.
feathers or Zaya feathers.
Yeah. And the huge like AoE damage and CC coming out from the Kane or from the Ross. And Lobster Big One's able to secure the Baron, almost even out the gold.
That was a huge
throw.
turn, to be honest. Now things are looking very, very good for Team.
At this point, I think
Bitcoin.
Team 911 should join the NBA because holy shit, that Hail Mary.
I'm not really too sure what their
game plan is here.
No, what they were doing that team fight.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, Lobster or 911 needs to be engaged in the fights on their own terms, but yeah, this is as I was saying in Jam Select, huge volatile team comps from both teams, even with a huge deficit in terms of just, like champion usefulness. One good Rakan engage was just all it took to completely sort of shift the tempo of the game. As long as no one on
But the way these team comps are set up, it's whoever does the engaging will almost always win the team fights.
Exactly.
And when you're engaging on the Kassadin, while your entire team exposes themselves to the 3 people in a bush that you don't have vision of.
I'm being told that I said that 911 should join the NBA, but I said Hail Mary, which is a football thing.
Yeah, which is a football thing. But,
yeah, 911 should join the NBA because of that huge half court shot.
Oh, okay.
I know sports ball. Oh, looks like a fight being engaged in the jungle here. And he deleted instantly. And it doesn't look like Lobster's going to be able to get anything else.
It looks like Team Lobster
going
barely just get away with their lives.
Oh, the flash engage from Rakan finds nobody. Huge double kill from the Ross, and the Zaya's speeding up in the back end.
Unfortunately, it looks just like a mechanical gap right there.
The Fizz getting cleaned up by the Kassadin, and it looks like Team Lobster and Bitcoin is on the precipice of turning this fight around completely. Or this game around. They're still, of course, down objectives, but with the Dragon coming up soon, and obviously Cloud Soul on Kassadin.
Look, if you're asking why Josh can't get a break, let me direct your attention to the fact that he went Seekers instead of Stopwatch first.
Yeah.
Considering their team has exactly 2 people who do damage, AD damage, and they're
not fed.
1, 4, and 2, and Pantheon support.
Yeah. It's the behind ADC and the
you might want to rush the Stopwatch so if Fizz ever lands
he has
on you.
Stopwatch, but he just hasn't used it.
He just picked it up, I think. He didn't have it for that fight.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think Josh is just the bait. I think he's just the sacrificial lamb. If they blow even one ultimate on Josh, that's not worth, honestly. Oh, and Annie just being totally balanced, one-shotting the enemy AD carry even while 0-7.
Yes.
Kassadin cleaning up this fight.
Yeah, it looks like this game is
and
pretty much over.
Kassadin. And I think 8-3 Kassadin out of nowhere.
Yeah, they let him get a double topside, and then they got Baron, and that was like 1,000 gold for Kassadin, and the game was pretty much over then.
And just one-shotting the cannon in the tower. Alright.
Honestly, huge plays out of the Rakan. Setting up
100%.
Might be the MVP of game 2 here.
Honestly.
Setups.
Oh, the Kassadin diving for the Fizz. Might be too greedy and is going to be 1,000 gold shutdowns being picked up by the Fizz here.
If Team 911 can catch these 3 players out, then it does come down to the game does get a lot more even. I assume they have a lot of shutdowns.
Perfect.
Unfortunately, they have too much mobility to catch up.
Pantheon ultimate coming out and completely trapping Team Lobster and Bitcoin in. Is the one shot going to come out? Yep. 2 huge shutdowns.
There's 1 kill. Can they pick up another? I don't.
Team Lobster and Bitcoin being completely routed after Andrew ran it down. Oh, but Ross is balanced.
Ross is looking for the turnaround here. Unfortunate.
Perfect split push from Annie. Really just doing a really good job of resetting his own gold and then just donating it back to Luximity.
Yeah, I don't know if
Cassidy
I
coming
just
down
don't
to
know.
the MF though. I don't know if MF can get out here. Oh, nope, Andrew looking like...
I don't know what I'm watching here, but I assume.
Oh, and he finds the misfortune. And that's going to be a misfortunate time for the 9/11 AD carry, but he has no mana. He can't use his Void Walk again, and Misfortune lives. So what do you think is happening this game?
I have no clue what I'm watching, to be honest.
This looks like Bronze solo queue.
It does unfortunately look like Bronze Solo Queue.
A huge amount of gold being concentrated in the Cassidon and the Kane, or the Ross right now. But as long as Andrew can resist the urge to run it down again, Lobster might still be able to win this, but this Fizz just got a shit ton of gold. Sitting 10-3, sitting on that death trap now, looking to build a either a Morello's or a Void Staff. And he might be able to just solo carry this game.
We'll see. Fizz is a notoriously hard champion to solo carry on.
Oh, 100%.
Because you're playing an assassin champ who's... You
Might
have
be
to
a
blow
bit
your
too
kit
much
to
coming
just
after
destroy
the-
kill one person, while the Kazan just has an easy job to mopping up the rest of your team.
That is true, but we do have to realize that 9/11's team on average is a bit stronger, I think, than Lobster owns Bitcoin's team. Just they don't have the huge mid disparity. They don't have the and
I don't actually think that's
irrelevant.
true. I think if you remove
Okay.
the Fizz...
Mhm.
and
Oh, if you remove the fit, of course.
if you remove the Fizz and whoever the most bet on 9/11, I mean Lobster's team is,
Yeah.
I think on average 9/11 is stronger. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
sorry, I mean not like.
No, I agree,
I think
I
Lobster is stronger. Sorry.
No, I agree.
That's right. Their ADC is just so much more impactful than the MF.
Yeah, the MF has yet to find a single solid ultimate. A huge stun coming out from the cannon. Just a huge, again, a huge Fiesta fight.
Yeah. If only, I think the ADC got zoned off, but that would have been a great...
That would have been a huge MF ulti, yeah.
Yeah, I think he just was a little scared of the Predator coming in.
Oh.
But it was a little
And
miscommunication because
yeah.
they could have had... There was one other person there with them, and he could have went to stall out the Annie. I mean, yeah, the Annie.
Yeah. And the fact that he has to be afraid of the 1-in-8 Predator Annie is it probably says a lot about our society. Dragon's up. Looks like there's a soul point for Lobster and Bitcoin, who do in fact have a Cassidon, and who do in fact have a Rakan. So that's two huge ultimates. That's just going to get.
This game is looking pretty done.
Yeah, this looks completely Lobster favored right now.
Unfortunate too.
Cassidon has hit level 16 as well. So that's
It's,
less than a second cooldown on his ultimate. Yeah.
Really interesting how we lost to Team PP lost to 9/11 last time they played, but they also beat Lobster
flash
last
out
time they
from,
played. Maybe it's just
from Amumu. Literally,
maybe the what's it called?
Oh, and 9/11 just gets completely routed. The Cloud Souls picked up for Team Lobstone's Bitcoin. There's nobody on the map who can do anything against the Cassidon. MF ulti's dropped, but literally doesn't tickle him.
Come with the BM flash over the wall.
Andrew
For
maybe
no reason
Andrew
whatsoever.
runs it down. Andrew pulls a double lift and just completely ins away his team. But it doesn't really look like it's going to matter at all. Fizz is the only person left alive, and if they kill Annie,
he's just limit testing, I think.
He's limit testing. He's limit testing. Bot diff, Matt OP, Cassidon balance. I agree. Yeah, at this point, I don't know if there's any comeback possible.
I would like to see a little more respect coming out from Team 9/11 and banning out Matt's Kane.
Yeah,
that is one of his
He's done so much
strongest
work in the last two games.
champions he plays.
5-0 last game, 9-6 this game.
Yeah, it looks like the game's over here.
It's really not going to do anything. Oh, the shutdown going on to the Fizz. but he can't really 1v1 this anything.
Great cannon ulti there.
Really, yeah, huge cannon ulti, really good work stalling from the Fizz. But honestly, at this point, it really doesn't matter. They're going in for the disrespectful fountain kills as Lobster and Bitcoin 2-0 Team 911. The Andrew diff looking really strong right now, and the Matt on Kane just completely hard shitting on everyone.
I think
Yeah, look at the damage charts. The Cassidy really coming out of balance. Riot needs to nerf Andrew. I agree.
I think someone in chat doesn't like us calling out people who are just running it down in their games. Unfortunate.
Honestly, can
You
we
know?
please never have these two cast again? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Look, I mean, Rengar ran it down game 1. Josh ran it down game 2. I'll call Josh out as well. So
Yeah, exactly.
unfortunate, you know. Maybe your friends
Yeah,
just
Connor MVP. Yes, 100%. I think Connor, you're already in call. I think that you've earned the. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yeah, Dixon. Who do you think got a player of the series? Who do you think gets the Kia Sorrento Player of the Series award?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would have to give it down to. I mean, I would say Andrew, but doesn't he get like Player of the Series every?
I think so. Yeah.
Every time.
I mean, like, I'm going to be real. He did hard carry, but Matt also did so much work on that Kane. Ross both games just completely disgusting in the fights.
All right. Well, I guess it's Matt then.
All right, we're giving it to Matt. Okay, Matt, would you like to do the honors, Dixon?
No, I think you can talk to Matt.
Okay. Matt, you have officially been awarded the Capital One Player of the Series.
I gotta mute the stream. Hold on, sorry. Can you repeat that?
Yes, you have officially been awarded the Capital One Player of the Series award for your disgusting Rost gameplay. We've talked it out. Andrew might have been able to pop off both games, but that was a foregone conclusion. You on that Kane, though, completely just destroying every fight that wasn't top lane, and showing up both game 1 and then being able to completely influence a huge team fight in game 2 that just completely turned the game around. Do you have anything to say after this impressive 2-0 victory?
I'd like to thank the Academy. No, in all seriousness, really the team. I kind of just played around winning lanes, kept things going.
Yeah, Matt.
We had some good shot calling from Andrew too.
As a fellow jungle man, I want to ask you the question: how does it feel to have winning lanes?
Okay. Well, hold up. First of all, fuck you, Dixon. Second of
all, winning lanes, it is nice. Prio is nice because I can just invade your jungle and just say hello and then invade your jungle again. But
as a jungle secondary, I do also have to ask, how did you keep your mental together when you saw your mid laner 0-8 and burning it down at the enemy mid tower?
I mean, I kept it together just fine. Me and Josh had like this. We just have this unspoken bond as a mid jungle duo that like. Even though it happened as it happened, like the mental was there. We were focused. It was, I don't know. It didn't really affect us as a team. We moved past it, and we played around the fact that Andrew got 2 kills once and suddenly took over the game. So
Kassadin diff.
I think the Kassadin pick was actually kind of sleeper.
I would have to agree.
I also think. I will get off my chest. The first game, I was having an existential crisis on whether or not to go Rost or Shadow Assassin, and I just went Rost because why the hell not? And look, I guess it worked out. And yeah, that's really all I had to say.
And how do you think about what do you think about the big stark changes in team comps for both teams? Second game.
Second game. I think the hardest, it was a lot of a tougher team comp to deal with because like the Kennen ult, the Amumu, Fizz running around, the Pantheon stuns. Like I don't know too much about team comps because half my games I'm power farming anyway. But
What's the Kane life, dude? Don't worry.
it is the Kane life. But yeah, it was yeah, it was a little that second team comp had me both team comps had me sweating, but the second one especially. Yeah.
Dixon, do you have any questions for Matt?
What was going through your mind when no one banned your cane?
Also existential crisis because I was like,
Yeah,
This is your first time
I
playing
could pick
Kane, right?
Sejuani and always be useful. I could pick Zac and always be useful. I could break out my secret hidden jungle pick registered trademark and still be useful. Whereas like I was worried about falling really far behind on Kane because I've had more than enough Clash games where I'll go like 0-5. My form's at 25 minutes. I'm crying. Everybody's crying. It's depressing. So I was, as long as I couldn't go like 0-800, I would have gone Kane. So with some moral support, I pulled it out. So
This is your first time playing Kane in one of these games, right?
yes.
And the tournament.
Yeah. Every time I think we've played against you, we banned out your Kane. I assume the other teams have as well.
100%.
Yeah. Segfault banned it every time. And I've after talking to them regularly on multiple occasions, it doesn't look like they're changing that.
I mean, to be fair, speaking as the representative of Team PP, because only one of us here has that authority, we're not changing it either.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
I wouldn't
I get to show you my
banning
hidden
Kane,
secret jungle pick registered trademark. So, stay tuned.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is that all you have, Dixon?
Yeah, I mean, just the usual.
Yeah, and with that, we have a huge crushing 2-0 victory for Team Lobster owns Bitcoin, who was seemingly, I think, previously a little bit lower in the standings, but with this gigantic sweep, they were just able to completely crush Team 911, and they're looking stronger than ever.
Yeah, that sums what I was about to say.
Yeah. Yeah, Connor, any closing words?
I love the robotic voice.
You might have to type it, and one of us can read it. Yeah, it sounds like somebody's actively dying. That's all, folks.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
Yep. Thanks for having us as casters, and great games today.